Okay, so we are going to start with a review of degrees and radians. So we need to go over some vocabulary, and I've pre-highlighted to let you know what is important here. So by definition, an angle consists of two rays with a common vertex, and the setup for this, which I'll show you on these two sets of axes, would consist of the initial and the terminal side. And the initial side is the positive x-axis, which you must indicate on your graph, and the terminal side is the ray after the rotation. Okay. When we draw a positive angle, we must rotate this angle in a counterclockwise rotation, and you need to indicate that on your graph. And then a negative angle would consist of a clockwise rotation. Okay, so this would be an abbreviation of counterclockwise, and this would be clockwise. Okay, so if we have a positive angle, which I'll indicate here, what we would do is indicate our initial side. So I'll use a highlighter here. This is my initial side, okay, like this. And then we would indicate whatever the angle is. So let's say it's greater than 90 degrees, so I would put my terminal side here like this. Okay, and then you need to indicate the rotation. So because this is a positive angle, we've got our counterclockwise rotation, which would be in this direction. So this would be theta. This right here is going to be my initial side, and this here is my terminal side. Okay, so when we have a negative angle, okay, here we would have our initial side, and then our terminal side, let's say it's here. Okay, now this could be a positive angle, which is why you need to indicate the rotation. So if I am rotating here, I would rotate in this direction, and this would be theta. This indicating a clockwise rotation. Again, your initial side, your terminal side, and you're indicating theta. Okay, so you need to make sure you show all of those pieces. Then we have an angle whose vertex is at the origin. So we have a vertex at the origin, and the initial side is on the positive x-axis, is known as standard position. Okay, and then when you have an angle in standard position whose terminal side lies on an x-axis, this is really important. An angle in standard position whose terminal side lies on an axis is known as a quadrantal angle. Quadrantal angle. Okay, so I've got four axes here, and I just want to show you what some of these might look like. So here, if this is my initial side and my terminal side, so this would be 90 degrees, that's one. Here, if this is my initial side and my terminal side, and my angle goes this way, this could be 180 degrees or negative 180. Here, if this is my initial and my terminal, and I'll show my rotation like this, 270. And then again, when your initial and your terminal side are the same, this would be 360 degrees. So those are all quadrantal angles. Okay, so this is definitely important. So when you draw an angle in standard position and state the quadrant that the angle lies in, I'm going to give you one example here. In this case, these are all in degrees, so I draw my axes, and I've labeled all the angles, the quadrantal angles, and now what I need to do is indicate show the angle in standard position and then state which quadrant the angle will lie in. So first of all, you notice that this angle is greater than 360 degrees. So what I need to figure out is, first of all, it's going to be one rotation of 360 degrees. Okay, and then if I were to add, or if I take 360 from 425, you get another 65 degrees. So this is 65 degrees. So what I need to do is make one full rotation. Okay, so here is my initial side. I will rotate 360 degrees and then another 65 degrees. So we'll approximate and we'll say 65 degrees would be here. So I'll indicate this with my arrow, and I will draw my terminal side just like this, and this is my rotation. So if I show you here, this is the 360 degrees, okay, and then another 65 degrees, which is here. Okay, so you need to show initial, terminal side, and all of the rotation.